I think that in the field of microprocessors, the professor has given us several Arduino practices. I like them and involved like the professor to commission us with more than one more processor that already exists and is complicated. Using more different components at the same time, something more tedious to programming. I'm really anxious to get to the final project of the course because it will be very good practice.
I agree with what you say. The practice will help us a lot so much that I do at home, and I show my brothers this subject. If I like the more that the others, so many practice happens and not just theory.
I disagree. I think that with the practices that the teacher left of the is very good science of the other teachers are loading on hand with homework, and I don't think we can have a free time library.
I am afraid this is that some components are expensive and difficult to find. I can keep up with practice and take the one that are already in jargon are enough.
I agree that the components that we are already commissioned are many, and I think that we even have some left over due to lack time during the semester. I will not be very support of that idea, and most of the components are very delicate.
I think that the manufacturing class was good that they put in us in a team science. It's easy to learn and it's good that each team got a until. So it was easier to prepare all the software. They weren't so complicated and the teacher clarified it for us. Doubts and we complete information where we were missing. I think it was very good strategy.
I agree. The class we faster and the teams providing the examples of their class B software was just as fast, and the installations were also fast. I had not problem installing them.
I disagree because some teams were not completed and some did not provide complete information. They only gave they only gave use examples and some only gave use instruction in documents.
I agree with Uriel. Several of the teams were very incomplete, and it was also seen in some presentations that they were made very quickly with delayed the demonstration of the all have been different of other ways.
I disagree with Uriel and Juan. Since the presentation and the team were not long gone, but they answered the both and tried to clear up all doubts. I think it was something good. I think in that negotiation class would help us a lot when leaving the degree. Since they show us many tips of negotiation and help us not be misinformed and make a bad negotiation against the other money whilst to persuade and convinces us a seller. But they also help the buyer and money whilst to bring a common good the form and make it a win-win.
I agree with what you say. It helps us a lot and guides us to will. And I have been in negotiation situations, and with the class, I am already more informed than before. I thought it was very useful.
I also agree with you. I didn't know anything about the subject. I thought it was you selling and building. The topics are very well elaborated and they seemed very important to me, and with the examples that the teacher gave us in went quite well.
I also agree with you. The professor implemented the examples and these experiences very well, and yes, there were many with that. I think I am capable and carrying out negotiation with the high left esteem of the common good.
By a formal negotiation, but with what the teacher says, it shows that he has his processes and many opinions and to many directions. I would like him to do an internship in product negotiation room.
I think this is Integradora projects is now to learn the different programmation system because it is implemented in different areas of the knowledge. This gives we idea of the what mechatronics.
I absolutely disagree is a total and to speed very many of the different materials we do not are members of the team earning the money.
I agree with you on the on this point, but I believe that plan should be implemented where it is a little cheaper to get material. Since not everyone has a job where they can get it.
I agree with Uriel because is a good way to help expensive with programming and green in a practice way. That helps students do develop with different skills.
I totally disagree because it takes a lot of time and also makes us neglect all other matters or to finish a model.
About the PLC class, I think there are better ways to teach programming because using a manually only limits people's minds and they cannot carry out different projects. Just be learning the content on the manual.
I agree with you. Since the fact of only using a manual does not allow you to open your mind to self simulation that might happen in the industry on in other projects.
I also agree using only a manual is not a good way to teach programming because you run the risk of doing wrong reading or wrong programming, and at the moment the whole project will be wrong.
I completely disagree. In a manual, you can find all the function of the programmer. You can find the possible methods and various exercises to practice your in a better way.
I completely agree because that way people teach themselves to be self-doubt and they could learn more things that expected in the intercourse.